Here we are at Heber City Municipal, and behind me is a sentimental journey, a B17G. And we tour this aircraft every summer, taking in about 50 cities across the country. And our primary mission at the Commemorative Air Force is to educate those generations that don't know anything about World War II. And every day now we're getting fewer and fewer of the veterans who actually served in that conflict. So it's important for us to keep their memory alive.
We do have some veterans who have been flying on this aircraft for the last couple days, and it's tough to describe the feelings that I think they're going through. Today is for quote-unquote enjoyment, but definitely was not an enjoyable ride when they were flying those, and I think it's just a real mix of those feelings, and I think they're as honored and proud to be in that bird today as they were 60-some years ago when they served for their country.
Well, it's a big surprise because I didn't expect to go through anything like this, but it's been great. I really enjoyed it. It's good to meet somebody whose father was in the same outfit that I was during the war, and it's been a very good day.
The plane was built in 1944, and though she's a Boeing bird, she was actually built by the Douglas Company. She went to the Pacific during World War II, got there too late for combat, so she was used to do inter-island taxi. After that, she was done with that, they actually used her for air-sea rescue by slinging a boat under the fuselage that they could drop at sea. Then when they were finished with that, they used her to do aerial mapping of the islands because we didn't have very accurate maps of the Philippine Islands. And when they didn't need her for that, then she actually served as the mothership to remotely control another B-17 that was flown through a nuclear blast. After that, the military said they were done with her, and they sold her to a company that then modified her and used her as a slurry bomber for 18 years. So she fought forest fires. When they felt that she was no longer airworthy, they sold her as scrap metal, and one of our members rescued her, flew her to Mesa, Arizona, where she sat on the ground for 18 years while we did restoration. We could have physically flown her earlier, but we wanted to fly her as a bomber. And we are the most authentically restored of the bombers that are capable of flight, which just means we have more parts and pieces than the others have. So we feel very fortunate.
My father flew 50 combat missions during World War II with the 97th Bomb Group. In fact, this morning I ran into another gentleman from the 97th Bomb Group. 341st Squadron, same squadron as my dad, and in fact they knew each other, they know each other. Through the miracle of modern technology, I called my dad on the cell phone this morning, and those two hooked up and had a nice long chat, and then we took this gentleman on a flight around the Heber Valley here in the Sentimental Journey, and he used to be a waist gunner, so we put him back here by the waist gun and gave him a nice flight through the Heber Valley.
It's really special to fly our veterans. That's part of why we do this. Our whole mission is to honor that generation that literally gave us the right to grow up in a free country. My husband and I both crew on this aircraft and have been doing it for 28 years, and our whole motivation for being out here is to thank those vets, because I was born in 1946 and I grew up in a free country because of those gentlemen. They are my heroes.
Anybody can drive to a museum and look at an airplane, but our goal, our charter, is to present a flying museum. And this is a marquee aircraft in the Commemorative Air Force Fleet, the B-17G Flying Fortress. It's an honor and a privilege to fly it in honor of those veterans.